Hello, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been an age since I made and uploaded a video for you guys, but I am back. I've been working super hard on some new content for you all, including part 2 of my rented kitchen makeover. But today's video is all about secondhand shopping. So over the last year, I have definitely got more into secondhand shopping. It's something that's really important to me. I would say it is the majority way that I shop for new clothes. Well, secondhand clothes. I do buy the odd piece from the UK high street and online, but on the whole, I do like to shop secondhand. It's like how I like to reuse and recycle and upcycle furniture. I like things to have a second life. It's quite important to me. I'm trying to be more sustainable, but I'm also trying to save money, and it's a brilliant way to do that as well. So there are several places that I shop secondhand for clothes and homeware. The biggest one is charity shops. I love a charity shop moot, and I definitely would like to take you guys maybe on a bit of a charity shopping trip with me, so let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to see. But yeah, I love a good charity shop moot. I've sort of perfected my style of shopping now. I think you sort of need to know which ones to head to if you're looking for specific things. But I do like to shop there for clothes. I also love to shop online on sites like Vinted and Depop. Now Vinted especially I've really got into in the last sort of month or so, and I have bought loads on there. I have actually also sold on there, so if you are a secondhand shopper like me, then do come and follow me over on Vinted and keep your eye out for the bits and bobs that I list throughout the year. My username over there is Bang On Style. It's also Bang On Style on Depop, but these days I do tend to list a little bit less on Depop. I prefer Vinted, it's much easier, and the fees are better. Again, if that's something that you'd be interested in a video on, the different selling sites, including eBay as well, let me know in the comments, because I would definitely like to make that video for you too. But today I thought I would just show you some of the things I've been buying recently, clothes-wise, from those two places, from charity shops and from Vinted, and do a little try on so you can see how the items fit and obviously how I would style them up. So yeah, let's get going for my little, I'm going to form a little pile here next to me of everything that I've bought recently. Okay, first up, let's start with Vinted. So I haven't bought a huge amount yet on Vinted. I have sold quite a lot, but a couple of the things that I had been looking for on Vinted were winter coats. Now, even though it's now March here in the UK, it is still chilly, and I do still think it's worth picking up, warm coats. But I definitely think it's not worth buying a full price, really expensive coat, because the amount of time that you're going to get to wear it is very small. So that's why I decided to head to Vinted. And in fact, what I did, which is kind of my philosophy when I do clothes shop, I did actually sell stuff and then use that money to buy more stuff or different stuff. So I actually did sell a coat that wasn't really my cup of tea anymore, and I bought myself a couple of new ones. So the first one I bought was this checked number, and one of the reasons why I had this in my sort of searches on Vinted was I'd seen a friend of mine, Hannah, in a very cool checked jacket with green hat outfit, and I just loved the way it looked. So I had been keeping my eye out for a sort of checked, I guess like bear coat you would call this, shearling. This is actually a boy's coat. It was listed in the women's section, but it was clear in the description that it was actually a teenage boy size coat. However, I am a fairly small size. I'm a UK 10 to 12 for a coat, and they'd said it would fit that sort of size. So, but this thing was a bargain and a half. This was £3.50. £3.50 for a coat. I mean, literally, you can't knock it. Now, again, I have some top tips when things arrive. I had to do a couple of things with this because of the fabric, like washing it and debobbling it. Again, I can make a video about that, about how to sort of spruce up the items that you find in charity shops and whatnot, because there are a few things you can do to make things look even better when you get them. But this fits lovely. It totally works for how I wanted to wear it. I wanted to wear it with a green beanie, my green little handbag. It's just a casual, really chilled coat, but it's so warm, press stud buttons. It does button the opposite way over because it's a guy's one, which is ever so slightly confusing, but I really like it. And you can't deny that this was a bargain and a half. I also think it's kind of like a classic design. Check. It will definitely be wearable next year as well. The second coat I bought was a bear coat. Now, I already have one of these. And yeah, I was a little bit like, do I need another one? But my other bear coat has a very different shape to it, and what I wanted was more of a shacket shape. I love a shacket. I own quite a few shackets, but I don't own any kind of 3/4 length, slightly longer length shackets, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something that, like for example this outfit I've got on today, quite casual with trainers, something that could just throw on over that but was really warm but super casual. And this was exactly what I was looking for. This is the brand Jacqueline de Jong, which I think you can get on ASOS, and it's a medium. Again, it was on Vinted. This was £13. When I looked, this full price I think was 50 or 60, so £13 is a bargain. It turned up, it's in great condition, was super happy with it, fits exactly how I would want it to, and I have already worn this loads already. Again, it's a really great neutral colour, it goes with everything, so I definitely think it's the kind of item that I can just get out next winter. You know, it won't necessarily go out of fashion, as it were. So that's kind of two of my recent Vinted purchases. Now on to what I found in the charity shops. So not only do I love wandering my local charity shops, I do like to visit charity shops in other places. So for example, recently I've been travelling to Cambridge to go to a dentist there, and so I have been having a scour of the charity shops there. And Cambridge has amazing charity shops, and one of the reasons is it's a slightly more affluent place, so you do get a nice quality of brand in the charity shops there. So here's a couple of things that I found in the charity shops in Cambridge. The first thing was this amazing Free People dress. Now I think I saw this on somebody last year. I think it's last year's Free People, and obviously it was probably very, very expensive and not necessarily something that I could have afforded, but I feel like the print, it's black and white print, it's got an animal print feel to it. And it does have a summery shape to it, but I have already been wearing this in the winter with chunky boots, and I've actually layered it up with knitwear. So I feel like it's the kind of item that you could get, you know, wear out of in both seasons. This was £10, which versus how much the dress probably was originally, is pretty good. It was in okay condition. I had to do one minor repair on it. That doesn't tend to bother me, but I wouldn't, for example, buy something that was Primark if it needed repairing. But something like Free People, a slightly better brand, I would be willing to buy and then repair. I love the shape of this. I've actually worn this on a date. Yeah, I felt really, really great in it, and I think it's going to be so nice in summer with my tethers and a little bit of a basket bag as well. It's a really great length, just yeah, and I'm super happy with this find. I'm not a huge dress person, as you know. I do tend to wear them infrequently, but when I find one I like, I'm always a bit excited because it encourages me to wear them more. So that was the first thing I found in Cambridge. The second thing I found was this lovely blazer. Now this is only H&M, it's not necessarily that amazing a brand, but I just love the colours. It's a kind of brown, is it houndstooth, this print? I can never remember the names of the different prints. But again, it's just a great layering piece. I could wear it with this exact outfit that I've got on today. I don't really have anything of this print. I think this blazer, I think this was £10 as well. I think I spent a total of £20 that day. I do think that the charity shops there in Cambridge are a little bit more expensive, but as I said, you do tend to get better brands there, and usually the items are in better condition. So this fits lovely. It's a really nice double-breasted design, and again, you could get this out year after year, so I definitely think it's a great piece to add into your wardrobe. The next kind of thing I like to look for in charity shops is basics. Now it might seem a bit ridiculous to buy things that are probably fairly affordable on the high street from a charity shop. However, what I tend to look for when I look for basics is nice brands basics. So one of my favourite brands for basics is Marks and Spencer's. So I always keep my eye out for nice items that are nice quality and Marks and Spencer's. and items that are quite neutral, because as you can tell, my palette these days is very neutral, beiges and blacks and creams. So here's a few of the neutral pieces that I found recently, and these are great for layering. You cannot beat a stripe. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't go wrong with a stripe. The first one is this little rounded neck, stretchy beige striped top. Feels lovely. The fabric's incredible. These kind of tops in Marks & Spencer's wash really well. And the other one is a similar stripe, but this time it's sort of a high neck, roll neck. These items are great for layering underneath stuff. I put them under my dungarees. You can put them under a jumper. You can put them under another t-shirt. I really liked the colours. They were like £3 each. And yeah, not just is it sort of saving money, but you're being more environmentally friendly because you're not buying mass-produced basics from somewhere like Primark. So yeah, again, when you're looking for basics, look for ones that are good quality, that they're not bobbly. There is no point probably buying H&M or Primark basics again from a charity shop. They're just not going to wear that well. So yeah, something like Marksy Sparksies is always a good find. Love both these. Already worn these quite a bit actually, especially this one, super soft. A couple of other basic items which I found. First is this slightly oversized, well, very oversized tie-dye t-shirt. Now this is actually, I do cut the labels out of a lot of stuff. I do get quite irritated by labels, but I think that this was originally from Pretty Little Thing. I can't say that I would necessarily shop there normally, but I really liked the colour of it. I really liked the length of it. This is perfect with leggings and trainers, easy to chuck on, easy to wear. It was £3. It was in great condition. I've washed it already. It washed really, really well, and I just really, really liked it. So I snapped this up, and I have already worn this a couple of times. And the other thing was this little top. Now, one of the reasons I picked up this is 2 at Sainsbury's. It's a little neutral button-up top with 3/4 length sleeves. One of the reasons why I bought this was because I actually saw this full price in Sainsbury's and hummed and hawed about whether I should buy it, and the next time I went to Sainsbury's it was gone. So when I found this in a charity shop for £3.50, I was like, I have to have that, because I was willing to pay £18 or whatever it was new, and it was my size. It was like fate. This is great, just an easy to wear top, lovely and neutral. I really like 2 at Sainsbury's. I think it's quite good quality. This is really, really nice fabric, and the fit's beautiful. So super happy with this purchase. Last few items are just some sort of random items. Again, this is another Marks & Spencer's piece, and a shape that is sort of very current at the moment, which is a jumper with a V-neck and a little collar. This is a really, really cute kind of, it's probably quite hard to see on screen, very pale pink colour. Great basic, great for layering. This is a little bit more bobbly, I must confess. I was hoping to attack it with my debobbler when I got home, and I have managed to sort of zhuzh it up a bit, but it's definitely a casual wear with jeans kind of jumper. But I think that this was a bargain price, and I bought it at the same time as another Marks & Spencer's piece. Another piece of knitwear. I do love a big chunky jumper. I like to just chuck them on for dog walks. I love a good neutral coloured jumper, easy to wear, goes with everything, and I really, really liked. I actually found this in a charity shop in Bury St Edmunds. I went for the day. It's a great place to go charity shop shopping, and I snapped this up there. It's really soft. I think it's only like originally Tesco's. It's not a particularly great brand, but I liked the shape and I liked the feel of it, and I think I bought it in a, yeah, it's a UK 16. It's quite big, but I do like my knitwear quite oversized. So yeah, I bought that. I can't remember how much this was. I think it was £6. And lastly is a little jumpsuit. This is a little Primark number. Now, I would very, very rarely buy Primark in a charity shop. It's not, you know, necessarily, as I said, a brand that wears well, and therefore if it's already been worn once or several times, you're not necessarily going to get that great a quality item. However, what caught me or caught my eye for this was the pattern. really lovely orangey pattern. I love a jumpsuit. I love to layer them with tops underneath. You wear them with trainers or boots, and I bought this actually in the autumn, and I wore it layered up with knitwear because it's got quite an autumnal pattern, but it will also now work going into spring and summer with a lighter shoe, maybe a little biker jacket or a denim jacket. So I liked the print, and so sometimes it doesn't really matter what the brand is, and it was in really, really good condition. So that was one of the last items that I've bought recently, and yeah, I've already worn this a couple of times as well, so I feel happy that I snapped it up. And that's it. That's a little bit of a look at some of the second-hand purchases that I've been making recently from Vinted and from charity shops. Please do let me know in the comments if there are any other videos around this second-hand shopping subject that you'd be interested in. If you want me to take you on a trip to the charity shop and we can go bargain hunting together, then let me know. Give the video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you again next time. Bye!